Hi, my name is Adrianna Sofiya, and today I will be presenting Chapter 5 of Operation Management, which is Product Operation System Design. Okay, so first of all, what is strategy and production strategy? A strategy is a general plan to achieve one or more long-term or overall goals under conditions of uncertainty. And production strategy is a long-term plan for the production of goods and services. They aim to achieve a central goal or objective established by a company's management team. It functions as a guide for the production department by determining the type of technology to use, the level of investment for production, the production schedule, and what kind of training the production staff may require. So there are 4 types of production strategies. Number 1, process focus. Number 2, repetitive focus. Number 3, product focus. And the last one, mass customization. Let us look further into detail. So the first one is process focus strategy. What is process focus strategy? Process focus strategy is a production facility organized around processes to facilitate low volume, high variety production. All operations are grouped according to the type of process. The system is also called job shop or intermittent. It is usually used to produce small quantity of different items on general purpose machine. For example, many inputs, surgery, sick patients, baby deliveries, emergency. There are many departments and many routings, so there are many different output, uniquely treated patients. Next is repetitive focus strategy. Facilities often organized as assembly lines. It is characterized by modules with parts and assemblies made previously. Modules may be combined for many output options, less flexibility than process focus, however, more efficient. For example, automobile assembly line. Furthermore is product focus strategy. Facilities are organized by product, high volume but low variety of product. Long continuous production runs enable efficient processes, typically high fixed costs but low variable costs, generally less skilled labor. For example, lace, few inputs but output variation in size, shape, and packaging. Last but not least, mass customization focus strategy. The rapid, low-cost production of goods and services to satisfy increasingly unique customer desires. It combined the flexibility of a process focus with the efficiency of a product focus. For example, a laptop, built-to-order model, or shoes. You can customize your own shoes. These are the main differences of the process focus strategy and other process strategies. Now, what is work measurement and work standard? Work measurement establishes the time it takes an average worker to complete a manufacturing task at a defined level of performance. In our course, work measurement estimates the human effort required to produce a unit of a specified output. Work standard is the time it takes a well-trained worker under normal conditions to produce 1 unit of output. Operation managers use work standards to assign and evaluate employee work. There are 4 methods in measuring work standard. Number 1, historical experience. It uses the past performance data to set performance standard. Number 2, time study. It uses stopwatch and is best suited for short cycle repetitive jobs. Number 3, predetermined time and motion studies. These time values are used to fix the time required for doing a job. One time is fixed for each level of performance. The level of performance may be normal, fast, and very fast. The last one is work sampling. It is done to find out for how much time for workers is actually on the job. It checks how long he is working and how much time he is not working. Outsourcing. What is outsourcing? A strategic decision by a company to reduce costs and increase efficiency by hiring another individual or company to perform tasks, provide services, or handle operations that were previously done by employees within the company. In other words, outsourcing is the practice of getting certain job functions done outside a company. The process of outsourcing business function is also called contracting out. So, what are the advantages of outsourcing? Number 1, reducing operating, labor, and overhead costs. Number 2, focusing more on the company's core competencies and thus improving its competitive advantages by outsourcing time-consuming process to external companies. Number 3, freeing up internal resources and using the resources for other purposes. Number 4, mitigating risks by sharing risks with external parties and building meaningful partnerships. And lastly, improving flexibility and efficiency by delegating responsibilities that are difficult to manage and control to external companies. Next, process analysis and design. Process analysis is a technique that allows a clear understanding of a company's business processes to be gained. Number 1, flowchart. Number 2, time function mapping. Number 3, value stream mapping. Number 4, process charts. And number 5, service blueprinting. A flowchart is a graphical or symbolic representation of a process. Each step in the process is represented by a different symbol and contains a short description of the process step. The flowchart symbols are linked together with arrows showing the process flow directions. A flowchart helps to clarify how things are currently working and how they could be improved. It also assists in finding the key elements of a process while drawing clear lines between where one process ends and the next one starts. This is the example of a flowchart. Next is time function mapping. Time function maps are a flowchart subcategory. It's a flowchart with responsible parties on the vertical axis and a timeline on the horizontal. It helps identify time-consuming process steps and where time is lost waiting and moving. Waste includes inspection, transportation, delay, and storage. A time function map is effective in outlining a process to reduce cycle time or waiting time. A time function map can answer the same questions as a flowchart, plus why each step takes long. This is the example of time function mapping. Next, what is value stream mapping? A value stream can be defined as all steps, both value added and non-value added, required to take a product or service from its raw material state and deliver it to a customer. Through the use of this technique, it is possible to isolate those steps that affect the process but do not add any value to it, hence leading to a loss in efficiency and finally profitability. This is the example of value stream mapping. Let us watch this video. Next is process charts. Process charts offer an objective and organized way of analyzing and documenting the actions that make up a process by using symbols, time, and distance. These charts enable the focus on activities that add value. The addition of elements like value added time, delay, distance, storage, and other factors is intended to give a much more in-depth picture of the process. This is the example of a process chart. Next is service blueprinting, a process analysis technique that focuses on the customer and the provider's interaction with the customer. It can be used for developing new innovative services as well as for improving existing services. The method is also appropriate for ensuring the quality of service processes. This is the example of service blueprinting. Let us watch this video.
As exciting as running your own business is, sometimes things can get a bit overwhelming. The routine of managing everyday tasks can narrow our view and cause us to forget about other important aspects of the business, including the customers. The customers our business depends upon. Meet Jenny, owner of a small hairdressing business. Jenny's styling skills are locally renowned. Her salon has been a flying success, but lately things haven't gone that well for Jenny. Apart from her regular clientele, she hasn't seen a new customer for weeks. Jenny is worried. Where is the problem? She complains about her troubles to a friend. "Have you tried visualizing your business?" says Peter. "Visualize? What do you mean?" asks Jenny. "Well, there is a method called the service blueprint that helps you visually map out how your business works and see what may be causing the problem." "Wow, how does that work?" asks Jenny. "Well, you start by mapping out your customers, how they find out about you, what do they do when they enter your salon, and when they leave. Knowing this can reveal new opportunities which you have not realized existed." The next day, Peter and Jenny meet up with one of Jenny's clients. With her help, they map out her steps whilst using Jenny's service. Following her customer's actions, Jenny maps out what she does during this time that the customer might not be aware of. Seeing the business in one big picture helps Jenny feel more confident about managing everything, not just focus on everyday tasks. A plan for the future starts forming very quickly. Jenny noticed that her sign needed to be redone, updated her Facebook page, and started offering coffee to waiting customers. She also noticed that she was spending too much time cleaning the salon in the evenings, which actually cost more than hiring a cleaner who could do the job for her. The service blueprint is a method that often gets you out of a difficult situation. It helps you see clearly how your business works at the time and what you could do to improve it. But most importantly, it helps you get invaluable insights from the people.
So that is all from me. Thank you for watching.